Hello, welcome to Sylvia Sellz Homes Q&A community show. Ask me anything about real estate. Oh my gosh, it's been a hot minute for me on my own Facebook page. So y'all know what happened. I haven't been on Facebook with a page for over a month because Facebook disabled my account. Why did they disable my account? I hope y'all can hear me. Because yesterday I was on StreamYard and people couldn't hear me. So I hope y'all can hear me. If you can't hear me, then I'm going to end up doing a whole show and people can't hear me. I got earphones in. And so I have been on Facebook probably for over 11 years. Have an account, build all these other pages, business page, community page, family page, group, whatever. And then someone decided to actually hacked into my account and put up a video that was against Facebook community standards. And they pretty much considered me the one that did it, even though I went through the process of disagreeing with them deactivating my account, gave them ID, and they still deactivated my account. It's just not right. I'm going to say it a million times. It's not right for them to be able to do this to someone, especially if you have a business account. But they deactivated all my accounts, including my Instagram. And so, unfortunately, I am starting over, and I don't even want to put any more work into a Facebook account than I have to. I'm so grateful again for all the other platforms I have to stream to or to use, because this Facebook thing is a trip and it can happen to anybody. Actually, as I did research on this, it's happened to other people also for no particular reason. Their Facebook account is disabled. They have business pages. They have all kind of memories on there, and they cannot get to their Facebook because it has been disabled for whatever reason. They have no clue, and now they can't get to their Facebook account. And then Facebook doesn't even respond. Again, I hope that everybody can hear me. I don't know how to even tell if everybody can hear me unless somebody makes a comment. However, we don't have anybody watching right now. So I really hope that everybody can hear me and that I'm not just talking and blah, 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 and nobody can hear me. So this is the Sylvia Sellz Homes Q&A community show. Ask me anything about real estate. And we're going to have a guest on today. She is a business owner. She's also a nurse. And so I'm excited to bring her on. But I just wish that I could go on my stream and make sure that you can hear me. But I think if I do that, it might have some feedback or interference. So you know what? I know what I need to do. But welcome. I welcome myself back to Facebook on my own page. I've been using my husband's page. And so I'm still setting this page up, getting back into the groups that I need to be in and all that stuff. But we're going to be bringing on our guest pretty soon. Let me just see what's happening on Facebook. And because I know I can go to it myself. But honestly, I don't know if I can hear myself. Facebook lags, it's like about 10 seconds behind. Let's see. Yeah, actually, looks like can't hear myself. Hold on a minute. So let's see. I think it's my earphones. So let's see what happens. I may have to just redo my spill because I have my volume on. Hold on a minute. Okay. All right. Let's see. I was wrong. You can't hear me. I have my Bluetooth. Thank you, everybody, for your grace. If you're watching, if you're going to watch later. Okay, so you can hear me. So let me just turn this down because now I can hear it. Well, if there are no questions about real estate, I've shared my little piece about Facebook. I'm going to keep talking about it because I just don't believe it's right for this to happen to anybody. So I'm going to bring on my guests. And look at it. I just love going live because my earring just fell off. I love going live if people can't hear me. I don't know. Something's going to happen. Technology is a trip sometimes. I'm trying to stick this in my in my ear. I'm human. I'm just a human being, just like everybody else, trying to do this live thing here, trying to get it right. Anywho, so we are going to get our guest on the show, and she is backstage waiting. I can see her now. Hi, Dawn. And I'm excited. She is very excited about what's happening in her life right now. I'm excited for her. I just thought it'd be great to bring her on and introduce her. She is, I'm sure she's kind of well known in her town or area. And so, yeah. So let's bring her on. This is Dawn Butler. And I'm going to add her to the stream. Welcome. Welcome, Dawn.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing very good, thank you.
Let me see if I can get our background back here. There you go. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah. So welcome to the Sylvia Sellz Homes Q&A community show. And I wanted to bring you on and just introduce you to the community. I think you're already well known in the community in a sense because of your artistic talent. But I just wanted to bring you on and let people know what's going on with you. And we're looking forward to, we are believing everything's going to happen that you are planning to do. And so we're looking forward to what you are going to be doing in the community with your business.
Thank you so
So again,
much.
this is Dawn Butler. She's the owner of Breadbox Art Studio. She is also a nurse. And from what she shared with me in her bio, she actually is a recycle artist.
I am.
And she used a term I hadn't heard of. She does upcycle.
Yes.
I hadn't heard of that before. Like, that's a nice little twist on recycling and making it into something that is usable. And she's also in the process of getting an art studio right near me. And so
we will be neighbors.
Yeah, we're going to be neighbors. And I met her because she came into our office one day wanting to talk to me about a space here, leasing a space here. And so we've been connected ever since. And I know that was a couple of weeks ago.
It was.
There's not too much I can say about Dawn that she is not going to say herself. So I don't think I'm going to be asking too many questions. I told her, I said, well, it's type of a interview type show, like, I interview her, but honestly, I know she's going to tell us everything about the Breadbox Art Studio and what she's doing and what she wants to do and her vision and all that. And she's so excited. I'm excited for her. And we do have our information that we will be sharing, like our contact information, where you can find her, how you can contact her. So, Dawn, actually, you can take it away. Tell us who you are. I know you're a mom and all that, but tell us as far as who you are with this whole art studio thing and what you do. She does, y'all. This lady is amazing. She does all kind of stuff with recycling, and she has all these talents and all. Just it's amazing. It really is. So I'm gonna just let her have it and just keep going.
Thank you so much, Sylvia. Again, my name is Dawn Butler, and I'm the owner of the Breadbox Art Studio. And I have been recycling since I was a little girl. My great grandmother taught me how to sew on a treadle sewing machine at age 5. And she is the one that taught me how to look at unwanted items as an ingredient in creating another piece. So that way you would have something that's visual and usable. So what I do is I take everything from old jeans to old furniture and I will upcycle it and turn it into something that someone can use. I can teach people how to recycle and to use things that are around them that are common items that they could literally create artwork and sell pieces and no one would even notice, and they could save up money for a family vacation. They could save up money for another vehicle. It's just all things that literally it's like one of the sayings that's always stuck in my head is God even feeds the birds, but he doesn't throw the bird seed in their nest. So around you, there's always going to be unwanted items, and you just have to drag it back to your nest and do a little bit of primping to it and make it look pretty and make sure that it's safe and send it back out into the world. And someone will give you monetary gratification for that item. A lot of the times I will take pieces and I donate if there's some sort of a fundraiser going on or whatnot. And I'll make different items. I make carousel horses. I make jewelry. If you had a box of buttons from your great grandmother and you didn't know what you were going to do with them and they just sat in the tin, I would take those buttons and I would wrap them with silver wire and I would make you a gorgeous piece of jewelry. And that way you could still see that that was your great grandmother's buttons, but it's turned into something that's upcycled, modern pop, and now it's usable and visual. Sorry, it's been a long day. I've already been at work and it's I
I
get tongue tied
understand.
once in a while. But along with my art studio, I also have a ceramic. I have a large assortment of I'm getting tongue tied again. I'm so sorry.
Take your time. We
This
are
is the
human
second
beings.
live I've ever been on.
We're human beings. Actually, I decided to go ahead and go live today. I was planning to pre-record and then stream it later, but honestly, we're live. We haven't had anybody join for comments or anything, but keep going because we can share this video later and you can
That
share it
sounds good.
on your platform. So keep moving, take your time. You're
That
good. You're
sounds
doing
good.
good.
I have roughly about 5,000 slip molds, and slip molds are used to make ceramics. So I have very vintage molds from the 1950s right through to the 2000s. So if people wanted to come in and make a vintage Christmas tree that was lit up, something that their grandmother would have made, I have those molds. If they wanted to make gnomes, I have those molds. I have a myriad of different things. If someone wanted something, they could let me know and I would go through my inventory. I will be teaching people how to sew. I have 8 sewing machines.
Wow.
I love sewing. In fact, it's like tomorrow I'm going to be working on someone's wedding dress that they need to have altered for. They're having a then and now. It's 10 years later from their wedding, and I'm going to be altering her wedding dress for her so she can have pictures done on Friday.
Wow.
Um, I love to paint things. I could teach somebody how to make artwork out of sticks. I could teach you how to make artwork out of stones. And I love to teach children. I love to teach everyone. It's not just one age group. With the little ones, it's fantastic because you can just show them once and then they'll do the artwork and then they get their own flavor. They have to see the technique and then they just roll with it and it's fantastic. I absolutely love working with little children. and trying to think what else I'll be having over there. Literally, it's like we're going to have party rooms over there. We are going to be having jewelry making classes. We will be just doing beading in general. So you have sewing and just creating. We're going to be taking pieces of furniture and upcycling that. We're also going to be creating different pieces for local fundraisers.
Mhm.
And if there's something going on with somebody in the community and it comes down to getting into my ear, then I will get some volunteers together and we will create some artwork that that family can then take and auction it off or just sell the pieces and come up with the money that they need. Everybody always has extra items around them that they do not need. Those items can be recycled, they can be turned into something that's going to be useful for somebody else. If you have an old dresser that you're not using and it's just sitting there and it's sort of the bane of your existence, bring it to us and we'll make it into a very nice art piece and it will be usable for someone. So that way you're getting rid of something that you don't want, but then it's going to be used and it's going to be benefiting another person. We just, there's so many different things. Another one of the organizations that we've helped is a senior cat hospice, so to say. It's like the kitties go to live with her until they pass. If there's somebody going into a nursing home, she'll take their kitties.
Oh,
So
wow.
we've made jewelry for her before, and then she takes it and puts it onto her Etsy. And I donate all of the materials that I have, and the volunteers come in, and we just create art and have a really good evening talking and enjoying and relaxing, making pieces of artwork. Something there again that is going to be usable and visual and artistic. So
Wow.
those are the things, but I'm looking to be Sylvia's neighbor, and I'm extremely excited because we'll be right off of 104
Mhm.
and we'll be able to have people come in. I'm hoping for mornings to have seniors come in and just relax, maybe have a donut, coffee, and do some artwork. And then we'll be having toddlers, and I'm going to be working with people that have special needs so I can do hand over hand artwork with them. I've been a nurse now for over 12 years, and 11 years of that I've been working with people with special needs. I have gone to school with my patients to go to Mary Cariola. I've worked with Heritage Christian Services. I do private duty nursing with people that are of special needs. And I absolutely love my job, but I want to combine my artwork with that job. So
Mhm.
this is the next step that I'm going into.
I
So,
actually am. I have in your information. I remember when COVID hit, and we both live in the same town, not in the same town, in the same county, but we live right next to
the
each
same
other.
area.
And I'm looking here, and you said we made and donated over 1,500 face masks at the
We
beginning of
did.
COVID. I create pieces to donate for fundraisers. I do remember somebody was saying, "Yeah, this lady makes these face masks,"
Yes.
um, and so you must have been one of those ladies. But yeah, so you donated those face masks. Who did you donate? Just to anybody?
anyone, anyone that was medical. I
Okay,
was striving to take care of the medical folks because if they had to go take care of somebody for an emergency, they weren't even able to get into a house unless they had a face mask on.
okay.
So we paid for all of the shipping, paid for all of the materials. If somebody was in the medical field, we made sure that we got masks to them. I did make decorative masks that had a classic checkered ribbon in it, and those masks were sold, and that's what covered the cost of the shipping. I literally, it's like we were going to the post office every single day,
Wow.
and we were shipping out probably 15 to 20 packets to people, and there could be one mask or they could have been 10 masks in each one of, and people were also coming to our house. I'm not quite sure how people got my information from out of state,
You're
but
right.
we had medical professionals that were contacting us even from Florida. We were sending to the Midwest even.
Wow.
If they contacted me and I saw in their information that they were medical personnel, then we sent the masks out and got them out as soon as we could.
Wow.
We would have maybe a turnover of maybe 1 to 2 days. We were sewing constantly because I have such a large family and I have children. We
Mhm.
ended up setting up 3 sewing machines, and my children didn't know how to sew before COVID had happened, even though I do artwork. So I had three of my teenagers sitting at the table, and one person would cut the elastic, one person would cut the fabric, and we had our own
Wow.
professional, just, we did everything we had to do to get them out. And someone had even, there were actually three different people that had nominated me to, there was a metal, like a metal guild,
Hmm.
and or a union, excuse me, a metal union, and they made me 3,500 nose pins, and they presented that to me, and that helped tremendously because we were cutting wires and we were binding them with tape to make sure that nobody got pierced by them. So that's how we started off with this. And then three different people in the community had nominated us to get the nose pins, and they worked out fantastic. The 911 call center even had gotten face masks from us. We were making as fast as we could and getting that to them. We were donating to the hospitals. We had EMTs coming here directly. The schools were contacting us. It was insane for a while.
Wow.
We were
I was
making
going
masks as fast as we could.
I was going to ask you, did you have any help? And apparently you did. You put your
I
children to
did.
work.
I did. I put my children to work, but then I also had to put the call out to my neighbors and friends, because when the 911 call center had contacting me, they they needed the masks so fast, and I have amazing friends and neighbors, and everyone just came together, and we had gotten the different supplies that they would need, and we dropped the supplies off to the houses, and everyone just sat behind their sewing machines, and they were doing seamstress work, and everyone just, it was fantastic, it really was. And it's like, even though we couldn't go into our friends or neighbors houses, we would just kind of meet in the driveway and pass off the materials, and then they would call and let me know when the things were done, and then I would go and pick them up, and we'd make sure that they were bagged properly and get them
Hmm.
to their destination.
Wow.
So there again, our community came together. And with
Yes.
this art studio, that's what I want to do. I want this as a community based art studio. I've had, even the Boy Scouts have reached out, the Girl Scouts have reached out. The Williamson Recreation Center has reached out because they said that they are interested in promoting me, because we'll be doing things here. It's like, I'm from Williamson, but I'm going to be having this, as long as everything goes through the town and it works out well, it's going to be in Ontario, but it's still
Mhm.
in Wayne County, and we're still neighbors. And I just want to go forward with this and get open and start doing craft classes with people. And I just, after 2 years of people being in their homes, they're ready to come
Yes.
out and
Yes.
be creative and work with their hands and do different and new things.
I agree. What I do love about you is we have that, what did they say, that kindred spirit, because
Mhm.
you love your community, and I love my community, and I embrace my community, and your heart in doing this is more so for your community
Mhm.
versus just, okay, yes, it will be it has been your business for years. But getting this space is going to be wonderful, because it sounds like you need the size that
I do.
you are you're, you're planning to get. So why don't you tell me, when do you, like, if everything goes well, when do you think that you would be doing your opening?
If all of my stars line up properly, I'm hoping for June.
Okay.
So if not, then July. It depends. It's like, I've had the different contractors come through, and I've been talking to the plaza owner and just trying to work out the kinks. And I actually have an electrician coming tomorrow morning to look, and the code enforcer is going to be coming through, and I have the architect coming through, and I'm just trying to get everything all lined up, because the building has been empty for 20 years and it
Mhm.
needs some upgrades. So I'm extremely excited that both sides are wide open. Because
Yes.
I have the chrome rolling racks, so I can modify or move things however I want for my spaces. So I'm
Well,
extremely excited that it's going to be open.
I love it, because if you have 8 sewing machines, I can't imagine what else you have in just
I
abundance.
do.
So you
I
definitely,
do.
you need as much space as you possibly can get. So I can, from what you've even shared with me, um, that this space is definitely going to be adequate enough to house all your stuff
It's
and
going to
what
be
you would
fun.
like to do. So I
Mhm.
think that's great. I will be saying a prayer. I've already been saying a prayer
Thank
that
you.
everything goes well for you. And we did. I was able to. You sent me some pictures of
Mhm.
what you do, and I tried to with this being a Monday. I was like, okay, I had to get all this other Monday stuff done, but I tried to create a little video
Mhm.
slideshow. Didn't work, but what I was able to do is upload your pictures. And so, what I like to do is show um, people some of your work
Thank
here.
you.
I actually brought it onto into my software so that people could see it. And let me just because I'm still learning my software, but I'm getting it down. So I did bring
You're
all
doing
those
better than me. I struggle with electronics horrifically. I'm,
really.
I'm having to bring someone that's going to help me with a web page and get all of my I's dotted and T's crossed, because I can make you something that is magnificent, but when it comes to computers and media, I struggle. The struggle is real.
I totally understand. So what I want to try to do, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it the way I'm looking at it now. That's you. Let's see. That's me bigger than you. That's the both of us. The both. I'm just going through my thingy here, and so what I think I'm going to end up doing, um, it's going to cover that's you and me. So let me see. I'm going to show like the first picture I have here. What happens? How it looks. Okay, it covers both of us. Well, it covers
Okay.
me, but it leaves you. So that is fine. We'll go with that. So there's a piece of
That is a garden angel. That is a full size wedding dress that I have dipped in cement. And
wow,
she has wings, and they can be made in any color that anybody would like. I
wow.
sort of made that as being a smart aleck. I had bought a bridal boutique years ago, and my husband was just saying, I had sold a lot of the dresses, I had donated a lot of the dresses, and I still have quite a few left. And he said,
Okay.
Dawn, he said, just let them go, throw them out. And I said, no, I'm going to sell them. And he said, no, you're not. Just get rid of them. So I ended up taking one just to be a smart aleck, dipped it in cement, and then boom, all of a sudden now I'm making garden fairies.
Wow.
So
That is so creative. That's the one thing you have is that creativity. And so there's
that's
a
a
bit
bed that I have updated with basically the classic checkerboard print again, that some companies, people that collect the pieces know what I'm talking about. It's all checkered, and I do a lot of whimsical painting on furniture.
okay.
So, and that's
Wow.
something that I can teach people. And that's a dresser. It's like literally that was a dresser that no one wanted. And the kids during COVID, because they were home and they wanted money. So I was teaching my own children how to upcycle, because they were home here and they're like, well, I want this for my computer, and I want earbuds, and I want that, and I want this. And I said, I'm going to teach you how to make your own money. So we took a dresser that no one wanted and we upcycled it. And I believe that my nephew got $200 for that dresser. So,
Wow.
and
That is
it's
great,
just,
Don. Here's let's see. That is a angel.
that's a fairy, a little fairy.
Oh, okay.
That's a little fairy made out of clay. I have molds so we can make fairies in all different positions. You can make ornaments out of them. You could add them onto other pieces.
Okay. I
So
think
that's
I've seen them in gardens. And
mhm.
let's see here. That's the fairy. This is
The
oops.
masks, the face masks.
Yes, yes. Let me get my fingers right. So that's you making or somebody making a face mask.
That was sewing face mask. Yes.
And then I think the next picture is a whole no, that's not him. I thought it was a whole bunch of them, but we're not gonna worry about it. We'll see them. And so this is jewelry
Made
that
out of
you've made.
buttons with silver wire.
Oh wow.
And it's like I love to make jewelry.
Okay.
And I personally I love the vintage shell buttons, which that's what these are, little abalone buttons, and I love them.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
make decorative pieces.
Now, what is
That
this, a dress?
that is a dress that I made out of an old Afghan.
Oh, wow.
People, they like them. They use them for the festival. They have bohemian and hippie, and they go to the festivals with them. And I actually make quite a few and sell them.
Wow. I like it. I think the style is pretty neat there.
Each one
Wow.
comes out completely different. It's just some sort
Yeah.
of a way that you can upcycle grandma's Afghan that you really don't want.
Okay.
That is a carousel horse. I make those and I've donated quite a few. And there was a local gallery that was selling my carousel horses for me. And there again with the classic black and white checks and made in a whimsical, just
Wow.
a pop of color. And with the horse that you just saw, that's Shoe Horse. The horses that were on parade from 20 years ago, a lot of them have just fallen apart over the years because weather's gotten to them. And this is one of the horses that I was able to get in and salvage, and she still has it. And I think it's one of the last ones in the Rochester area. But I
Wow.
had gone over and fixed it. The original artist, she did a beautiful job, but weather had gotten to it and it was falling apart. And I went in there and just completely followed every guideline that she had used her own creativity in. And I was able to salvage it, and the owner still has it in Penfield.
I love it. I love the pink because, as you can see, I'm a pinky kind of girl.
Mm-hmm.
And this bed here, what'd you do with that? Did you do some
That's
with?
another bed that
Mhm.
I had decoupage napkins onto, and it's done with that classic black and white checkerboard.
Oh, okay.
Little bit of Mackenzie going on there, but you
Oh,
can teach people how to upcycle the
mhm.
old bed frames and do that and give it into a different pop. And for old bed frame that has been thrown away and nobody wants it anymore because it's an old bed, but yet it's still sturdy, I can show people how to paint or applique onto it, and then they could turn around and sell a bed for anywhere from $300 to $500. So
Wow. That's more button jewelry.
more buttons that I was making a statement piece with for a necklace.
Okay. And this is a
A charm
bracelet.
bracelet. Yep, a charm bracelet that there's just random beads. And I think that I use different little Catholic icon
Oh, okay.
pendants. So
And
I'm
what's the
not
little long
Catholic.
things?
The long pieces are just glass beads that are
Oh,
on it.
okay. All
But it's
right.
like I can, yeah, that's me next to your building.
Future
And
home. Look at that. Future home in the Bread Box Art Studio.
I am
Uh,
excited
community art. What was that last part?
for
Community
everyone.
for
Community art for
everyone.
everyone. Mm-hmm.
She wants everyone to be able to come in and do some kind of art. I meant to have that one first and then the one for the building.
That's
But
okay. I take old salt and pepper shakers and I make tassels out of them. So if somebody
oh,
has a collection of old salt and pepper shakers, they don't know what they're going to do with, or if they just have one, but it's sentimental and you want to keep it sentimental, but you want it to be useful, then I can show you how to make a tassel out of it.
wow. That's
So
great.
just different little things. And that's vintage broken jewelry that I have put together as a Christmas tree and had it put behind bubble glass.
I see that.
So,
Wow. I just realized that was a Christmas tree.
mm-hmm.
Um, and then this is her future location.
Yes, I'm so excited.
And here's another picture. I think, let's see here. I guess it's the same. I thought they were different, but maybe they're the same. Yeah, I think they're the same. And so let me just see if I can, let me see here, bring us back. Um, well, girl, you got your hands, I don't want to say your hands full because you really enjoy what you do.
I
But you definitely have a lot of talent and you're very, very creative,
thank
apparently.
you.
That's the way God made you. He made you with all that you have inside of you to do what you do, and I'm like, I don't know what do I'm happy to know you, um, and that
Well,
we've
I'm happy you're
connected.
going to be my neighbor. This is going to be fantastic. And we're going to
Yes.
bring lots of people out to do artwork. And there's going to be themed days like Wacky Wednesday and Thankful Thursday, and just go through. And then we're going to pick a color each month and an animal. And people can come in and create items out of that. And we can donate into if there's a fundraiser that's needed.
Hmm.
So there's plans. We have lots of plans.
I love it.
So
I do my marketing, and I'll do, like, today was Motivational Monday.
I like
Um,
that.
when
I
I
like
pick
that a
up,
lot.
yeah, when I post my little graphic or video,
Mhm.
tomorrow will be, I usually do Taco Tuesday, but I think I'm going to do a different Tuesday. But yeah, I like to do that theme thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I've even said to Dawn, if she, in the meantime, while her space is, getting together, if she wants to do a small group here and
And
do
I'm
some art
grateful for that.
here.
I may take you up on that because literally right now it's like I'm sort of just I'm waiting. I'm
Yes.
sitting on my hands and waiting, and it's the hurry up and wait.
Yes, and that's probably hard for you to do with the passion
It
that you have
is.
in your heart for art, and just all I'm sure you wanna keep moving with it, of course, and
Hmm.
not have to put it on hold until you get that space. And so I was just thinking, I was like, "You know what? Maybe she could just, if she wants to do a small group, she can come here and use the office and do her thing, so that you can have something in between,
Thank
and
you.
yeah, while you get your space ready." So I just think it's great and amazing what you're doing, what you're planning to do, and how you're going to make a impact in the communities in our area.
Hoping. I had contacted the town and I had an appointment already set for March 2nd. And I don't know if they're gonna be able to get me in for that or if they're gonna put me off till April now. So I'm a little bit sad about that, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed they can get me back in for March 2nd, as I had already talked about a month ago to someone. So I don't know if it was just an oversight that they didn't get me on the the roster for the evening, but I'm gonna call again tomorrow and just hopefully they can get me squeezed in.
Hopefully, I
So,
really hope they, and so you have to go before them
mhm.
concerning your space to make sure that you're going to be within code with
Yeah.
everything that, okay. All right. Well, hey, that's what a lot of people have to do when you're going to be doing.
They do, and I'm excited about it, and I just want to like run forward with it and go for it. And it's sort of hard when you hear like, oh well, maybe it's another month away, but I look at
Hopefully.
that as if that happens to be the situation that there's something that God has plans for that it needs a little bit of a buffer with time.
Yes, I agree. I believe that, it's all in the timing. And
Hmm.
sometimes we might be a little ahead of the timing, not realizing it, but if there's a little blockage, it's okay. Um, but yeah, I'm excited for you, Don. I'm grateful to know you. I'm excited that you're going to be my neighbor. Looking forward to all that you're going to be doing with your art
Hmm.
studio and that big, huge space you're going to have. I definitely would. I used to be into art when I was a little girl, but then kind of got away from it and went into a different feel of administrative and clerical and corporate things and so forth. And so, but I used to love to do art at one point when I was a
Well, I
young
would love it if you would come
person.
over and get lost in some projects,
Yes, yes.
because
Hopefully,
literally you get into it and all of a sudden you look at your watch and it's like 2.5 hours later, but you're relaxed and calm
yes,
and peaceful.
yes. At one point, I was hanging out with some ladies at the Ontario Recreation Center, and we would do crochet and knitting. And I briefly learned that. My mom taught me when I was younger, and then I just kind of hung out with those ladies for 2 or 3 years, and then we would do some activities down there at the adult room, little activities. So you are going to be doing this on a much bigger scale.
Oh, I cannot
Uh,
wait. I am so
yeah,
excited. It's
yeah,
like
I'm
literally,
looking.
it's like I go to sleep at night, my head hits the pillow, and all these ideas just flood in. Then I'm waking up a couple times a night because I have to like jot down those extra ideas that are coming in. You can't discard anything.
Your brain doesn't turn off. You're like, I got to turn this brain off sometimes, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm trying to read something and then stuff is going through my head and I got to grab a pen. I understand. Or I grab
Yeah.
my phone and I put it in my phone. So I understand how you feel with that whole thing. But you got to learn to shut it off and wait till I wake up again, brain, and we can get going again. Well, is there any final words? We're gonna wrap it up. I appreciate you coming on our show today. Like I say, we didn't have anybody join. Again, my new page is new, and honestly, I haven't. I think I got a couple friends. One I added, which was my husband, and somebody requested a friend um, today, and so it's not up and running. I mean, I had over 3,000 people
It
as
will
friends,
be.
and so yeah, but we're going to share this. I'll send you the video so that you
Okay.
can share it on your Facebook page
Thank
and
you.
anywhere else you want to share it. I do have your information. Let's see before I got your information here, and I'm gonna show it. That's just your title. I know I put some more. My eyes are getting dry. Yours are
Well,
probably
see, that's the
already
problem
dry.
is I have bifocals and it's like I'm close to the phone. So it's like
Uh-huh.
everything's sort of blurry and I keep lifting my glasses up a little bit to see.
I understand. I mean, I wear glasses. I'm a blind person without my contacts. And so there it is. That's what I was trying to put up.
Very nice. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. That's me.
So there's Dawn's contact information. She's on Facebook. She's the Bread Box Art Studio.
Yep.
Um,
I'm going to be working on getting a web page up
okay.
and I need help with that. So I'm going to be hopefully getting that done this week.
All righty then. I'm
Because
here
I
to
want to
help if
blog
you.
and keep everybody up to date on the process and the progress and just I'm excited and I have a lot of people. I have a lot of artists that have been contacting me that they also want to come in and teach what their passion is for their artwork.
I love
So we're
it.
going to have one open session or one open section that is going to be just literally for local artists that want to come in and explain what they do. So
I
we're
love
going to
it.
be having a lot of guest artists. And I actually even have an author that has written a book that wants to come in and do a book reading. We have an anthropologist. We have so many people that have contacted. So it's going to be good for the community.
Wow. Well, I love it. I'm just excited because you have so much. Well, you have so many connections. That's basically what it is. You have a lot of connections,
Mhm.
and they are reaching out to you, and you're getting the word out. And yeah, I think it's great. Right. Are you typing? Because we're getting a little feedback.
I'm not typing anything.
I wonder who's not doing anything. So anyway, there's your contact information on Facebook is the Bread Box Art Studio, correct?
Yes, on
And
Facebook.
okay, and then that's her Facebook name, and then her phone number 585-520-9471,
Hmm.
and then her email. I wonder where that is coming from.
I
Um,
can hear it, but I'm not doing it.
yeah, that's crazy because there's nobody typing in comments or anything. Um, I don't know. And then her email is recycleartforyou@gmail.com. And so, Don, we thank you for coming on. Again, is there any last minute words that you want to share before
Just
we end our broadcast?
telling everybody to keep their eyes peeled because we're going to open and we're going to have some fantastic things going on and we're going to try to help the community out and teach people So I want to be able to share my knowledge. Not that it's always the best, but there's always more than one way to do things. So I know that there's going to be people teaching me just as much as I'm going to be teaching people. And I'm
Yes,
excited for that. I really am.
I love it. It's great to be a lifelong learner. I say you never stop learning. There's always something new to learn.
There
So
is.
thank you for joining us at this late hour. Get some sleep, close those eyes, and don't
Thank
open them
you.
again. Tell your brain to just turn itself off. Brain, we're not going to do this tonight. You're going to just sleep all night,
I
brain.
do.
And so, yeah, we will bring you back when, things get moving or you get into your place. I'm sure that your
I'm
grand
excited.
opening will be
Yes.
there streaming live for your grand opening. So, yeah, I am so excited and I'm grateful to know you and to meet you and looking forward
Sylvia,
to us
thank
being
you
neighbors.
so much. And I'm so excited that we're going to be neighbors because we're going to get into some artsy mischief. It'll be fun. It's like Ontario's going to know there's something happening in the Ontario Plaza.
Yes, on the east side, y'all, on the east
Yes.
side.
Yes,
So,
yes.
well, thank you, Don. Enjoy the rest of your night. Look forward to seeing you down here at the plaza as you're in and out doing your thing and getting ready. If you need anything, let me know. I'm here. And like I said, if you want to bring a small group and do some art, you're welcome to do it. So, everybody, thank you for joining Sylvia Sellz Homes community show, Q&A community show. Ask me anything about real estate, and you're going to see community members, owners, business owners, people who know stuff about real estate in a different way than I do. And so join us next time. We hope to do another one in about a couple of weeks. And so until next time, we want you to live well, take care of yourself, and God bless. Goodbye,
Thank you.
everybody. Thank you, Don.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Sylvia. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.